Got for an antenna now, and it doesn't even screw in. I gotta poke it into the top of it. Lori's got a little bounce in her step this morning. She's liable to just run one down today. She's feeling it, feeling it. I've never been on this little ridge before. But I got Sissy trailing down low, and P and Jazz and Sheila and Clara trailing up high here. There's Sissy. She came back up here. Now they went down low. Got Sheila squealing right there. Wonder where he's at. Pretty good. I think I can go right down there and go down if they keep going down. Sliding along, you kind of be touch and go for a little while, but I think I can do it. My suspicion is we're going backwards on it, but I got to go for a while till I get a good indicator, a track, something. I mean, they keep, I don't know if it's because we're on the western side of this and it's more exposed to the elements, the wind, and it slowed it down, or if it's just getting worse because we're going backwards. One thing I do know is it's a lion. And I suspect there's two lions. Because I got, Sissy was trailing down below earlier, and P and all the other dogs, Clara, Sheila, and Jazz were trailing up on top. If we aren't, by the time we get down here a ways, I should be able to see a track. And then if we are, then I can go through the bottom and hit that big saddle back up that way. Because it's sure getting slower and slower. must have spent a lot of time in these rocks. Still not convinced I'm on the right end of it. My instinct says we're backwards, but my instinct isn't always right. I've screwed them up a bunch. I mean, if they trail off down through there, if it keeps getting worse, then I can drop down to the bottom and shoot up to that big old saddle up there. It's still pretty early. It's only about 10:30, 11 o'clock. But it's a good day. Anytime you can get all these dogs on a lion track and they're trailing, I think it's a good day. I wish I knew I was going the right way. I don't think I am, because they just keep getting slower and slower. I might have to make an executive decision here in just a minute. Pull them and go the other way. That lion might have just came in here and up there where they were barking real hard, spent the night right in there, spent the day yesterday in there, and then took off last night and went that way. And that's why they're trailing it so fast, but they're trailing it wrong, to where she had spent the day yesterday. And then this is where she came into here yesterday. But there they go. I could be wrong. Probably am. About the time I decide to turn them around, they trail off down this hill. I don't know. I don't know if it's the time of day, being on an exposed slope, or what the deal is. But it keeps getting slower, or if I'm backwards on it. Sheila's down there chewing on something. We might have found an old kill here. I know these lions trail through their old kills often. That's a deer. Yeah. It's old. Better go help, Sheila. Go on, go on, go on. Come on, Sheila. Let's go. Sheila, let's go. Sheila! Still don't know if I'm right way or backwards on it. Like I said, my instinct says I'm backwards. It's been about an hour and a half we've been trailing. We haven't gone that far. Oh, we'll see. I made an executive decision. I turned them around. We're gonna go, because we got off on this north slope. And the way they were trailing it up there, the way it consistently slowed down, and then went around to this north slope, and it didn't speed up any. So I think that lion, I've been accused of overanalyzing things. I think that lion came into here. See, I rode up that ridge right there, but I think that lion came into here, up that ridge and around. There was an old kill up there, and maybe spent the night in those, or spent the day in those rocks over there. And then that's why they trailed real good. And then once they come out of those rocks coming back this way, it was slow. So last night she left out of there going that way. And the night before, she came into there coming from this way. So that makes sense. Sissy's still down there trying to trail. Sissy, come on, let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Come on, let's go. All the other dogs kind of quit. Anyway, that's what I'm going to try. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Rode them right back to the same spot and started it going back the other direction, which is good. trailing it a lot better than we were down that way. So yeah. Heck, this lion could be right here. Oh, there she got it. Yeah, they seem to be moving this a lot better. And it's on a southwest exposed slope, so I think they're moving it better. It's still that time of day where things start getting bad. I should have brought my pack mule, that way I could have had water for them. They're getting a little dry. Lots better track back this way. You think I was right? Maybe I was right for once? I think I was right for once. It's a good day. Look at that. Even Claire is opening up. Sheila, P, Sis, of course Sissy, Clara, Sheila Puppy, Jazz. I heard a Iris bark over here somewhere. You know, she wanders around everywhere. She won't really get hooked in trail. She's young. She's just a slow starter, I think. But she's liable to make a big old circle out somewhere and bump into that lion. That'd be good for her. I might have to go down. I think I can slide right down through there. It don't get any better than this right here. The only thing to make it better is if we trail till this afternoon and we put him up in a tree or a bluff or something over there. It's the only thing to make it better. There's Iris. She barked over there a minute ago. I wonder what she barked at. Probably a rabbit. Lori's worthless. Seen a bunch of quail fly up through there. There must be water here somewhere. Don't they usually have water where there's quail? They're gonna go up like that, I'll bet you. For some reason he came off right here. Maybe. What's their problem? I think they're dry. And they had a bad lose for some reason. I mean, and then Jazz started coming back up the hill. I came from up there. Jazz started going back up the hill and opening and trailing going back up. I think, I don't know. They're all screwed up for some reason. They got right in this little point and they couldn't go anywhere with it. I bet that lion seen something from up there because I'm hauling, walking down through here and then start sneaking right through here. So we just need to make a big loop. See which way she went. That gets frustrating. They just got tired? I don't know. I think they're tired. It's time is it? 12:30. We've been trailing right down that rim, right along through there, and then all of a sudden that lion came woo woo woo, and when she came down really fast, and then she got right there and she started sneaking. And when she started sneaking, we had a hard time trailing her. There's a bunch of sign down in here. I don't see any drag marks. I haven't seen anything that says she made a kill yet, but I bet you that's what happened. You can almost, there we go. Oh, that was a weird ball. You can almost envision it in your mind. You can almost see it happening. So maybe there's a kill up this little old ravine right here. Dogs are tired and hot. It's hot now. Sissy ain't giving up now. There might be water up there. I heard the dogs drinking over here, so there is water. Let's go check it out. That's why those quail were around here. That's probably, might be why the lion came down here. Ah, look at that. Sure enough. Even some ice left in it. There we go. Pretty cool. This is better than going to the movies, isn't it? I know it's better than playing golf. Little hang up right there. I don't know why. Let them figure it out. I bet it just turned and went out the side or something. Probably milled around in here for a little while and then turned and went out the side. Did she turn? Bet there's a kill in here somewhere. Or maybe she went right up through there. Trailed right to a spot down there and they couldn't get out of that spot. And I mean, they trailed to it like it was in front of them. So I've just been moving them around this little canyon, this little rough canyon down there about 100 yards. They just stopped. And I moved them on that side and a couple, you know, likely looking places, and they couldn't do it, but they kept trying to backtrack. I could be wrong, but I think they were doing that because they were tired. So I'm just moving them. I'm going to move them all the way around this there's a fence right there, all the way around the header of this canyon, and go back on that side of it and see if that lion left out and went that way. That's all I can do right now. I don't know what happened. I bet somehow it walked back on its own tracks and took out that way. So we'll circle around, see what we got. Got from down there to here, but he dang sure got up here. Right now I don't really care. I mean, don't worry. I mean, I would like to get right off the edge here and catch him, but I'd love to just get a direction of where he was heading, so tomorrow I can bring the terrorists out here and see what they do. These dogs worked their butts off today. Good day. That was good. We trailed most all the day. Trailed backwards for the first part. And you know, and my instinct told me, I said it earlier in the video, that we were going backwards. I don't know why, but it just seemed like we were going backwards. So, turned the dogs around and we went, I'll show you. There's that rim right there. We were on top of that rim. Right there, that low spot, you know, this red rock rim that runs all the way right through here. That low spot is where I hit it and we went back that way. We trailed off down and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I brought them back to that spot and came back up through here and started trailing. Boom, 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 trailing really good. Got right to that little cut right there. That lion went straight down and then there's a water source down there. Got a drink of water. Went up through here, but I'm not exactly sure how she crossed over. But went back over and got into that rim over there, and that's as far as we trailed. So, mañana, I'm gonna bring the terrace up, and I think I'm gonna drive around and start from the other side up there. And circle this country, just see if that lion went in or out of here or whatever. See what happens. See what happens. But I tell you what, that was a good day. That was excellent trailing, excellent, you know, kind of guessing right. I haven't done that in a long time. Dogs did good. Even little old fat Lori opened up on the track a couple times. Iris didn't do nothing. She still got to see a lion. Sissy anchored the whole thing. Jazz did a pretty good job, except Jazz kept wanting to kind of trail backwards sometimes. When it got tough or they had a bad lose, she'd want to go backwards. That bothered me a little bit. Sheila did really good. Clara did really good. Who else? P, of course P. She's a trailing machine. So maybe tomorrow we can get this sucker caught. Come on, at least get a picture. I just want a picture. I want to get it in a tree in a safe place where they bark. Tree. Maybe up on a rock. Up on a rock, as long as it's a good rock and not a dangerous place for the dogs. All right, here we go. Kind of puts a lump in my throat right there.